If you need any Xbox or PlayStation codes or any cheap PC games, use the referral link in the description. It will take you over to g2a.com. They already have a discount on most of their goods, and if you use the code CHES at checkout, you can get yourself an extra 3% off as well. Hey guys, how's it going? Chez back again, and welcome to episode number 6 of the Wolfsburg Career Mode series here on FIFA 16. In the last episode, we were able to bring in a couple more new players. You can see Manolo Gabbiadini having his first training session now at the club. We've also brought in Nabil Fekir as well as Diekmeyer, a new right back to help with rotations. So hopefully they can have a good first episode. If you go on to enjoy today's video, then make sure you hit the like button, and hopefully we could hit over 2,000 again, and subscribe, of course, if you haven't done already to this point. As you can see, Diekmeyer starts his first game for the club here. Hakan Çalhanoğlu is involved at cam for the first time. I've switched Schürrle to the right-hand side and put Julian Draxler on the left rather than playing him at cam, just to see what Hakan Çalhanoğlu can do in this first game for us in his preferred position, and playing Maximilian Arnold at CDM alongside Luis Gustavo rather than Joshua Guilavogui. I want to hopefully try and concentrate on my players rather than players we've got in on loan like Guilavogui from Atleti. So Guilavogui will probably play more of a rotation spot now that we've been able to bring in Corentin Tolisso as well. So probably won't see too much of Guilavogui between now and the winter transfer window, but hopefully Maximilian Arnold and Corentin Tolisso can fill the gap that's left by Guilavogui in that CDM spot quite nicely. Çalhanoğlu involved here, trying to get a shot away. In the end, it drops back to Max Kruse on the edge of the box, and a fantastic left-footed strike from him into the top left-hand corner flies to put us in front in the 6th or 7th minute. He had a chance moments before on his right-hand side, definitely confirming with those two chances that he's definitely left-footed, because the first chance on the right wasn't that well taken, and the second one was absolutely brilliant. Julian Draxler's in behind here again, plays it inside to Maximilian Arnold, and a brilliant turn on the ball in the middle of the box. Plenty of time to turn and finish, and that's a 2-0 lead in the 14th minute against Schalke here. A shock 2-0 lead as well. Schalke obviously one of the better sides in the league, although they are missing Julian Draxler now as he's playing for us instead. Hakan Çalhanoğlu dances his way past the midfielders there and past the centre-backs as well. But Ralph Farman this time on hand down low to make a good save. Not Maximilian, he's on the ball, he's Arnold. But Ralph Farman obviously got an inform card this week in real life for Schalke and on Ultimate Team. But Çalhanoğlu brushes the top of the net now. He's having chance after chance. Very heavily involved in that cam roll, Çalhanoğlu. So I was pleased so far with the impact he was having on the game. Schalke, though, we're going to get a little bit braver towards the end of the first half. Arnold's tackle was well timed, but Sidney Sam had the pace to get to the loose ball. Dinks it over. Uchida helps it on. A lovely overhead kick from Hoga. Unfortunately for him, it wasn't able to nestle in the top corner as my goalkeeper, Diego Benaglio, the Swiss, was able to leap away to keep it out. But it was a very, very good effort, and he must be disappointed. Franco De Santo in behind here does put the ball into the back of the net, but unfortunately for him, the new signing at Schalke from Werder Bremen was offside. Obviously, you remember Franco De Santo from his time at Chelsea, and obviously he went to Wigan after Chelsea, and mainly played the majority, if not all of his Premier League football at Wigan, and obviously then moved on to Werder Bremen after not really doing much in the BPL, and scored a lot of goals for them last season, so Schalke picked him up. He is in hot form in real life, but unfortunately for him in this game, even though he did find the back of the net, he was alongside the defensive line, and they still weren't able to get another decent chance, with the odd chance flying over the top of the bar high and wide, as you saw with that previous one. So I made a couple of changes to freshen things up in the midfield and out wide, and Naldo is being drawn out wide here with the right back Diekmeyer coming inside, and actually got caught out by the attacker there as he went up for the header. Luckily for me, though, despite the fact Diego Benaglio was rooted to the spot, it flew or trickled past the far post. A gorgeous first touch from their guy there in the midfield to bring that down from the corner. And if he'd have been able to volley that into the top bin, that would have been a wonderful goal as well. If Hoga's overhead kick had gone in and that goal from the corner, then Schalke, you probably would have said, deserved a point from that, and a 2-2 draw would have been a fair result. Fortunately for me, though, their finishing was nowhere near good enough. Unfortunately for us, though, the scripted transfers continue. David Alaba has gone from Bayern to Juventus, which we've seen in every single other career mode. Pastore hasn't gone to Arsenal this time. He's gone to Atleti, but they still have signed a PSG midfielder at Arsenal, as you can see. Verratti, for a similar fee as well, moves to Arsenal. So scripted transfers continue. Andre Carrillo, though, goes to Barcelona for £15 million. That's a decent signing for them. He's a five-star skiller, of course. Very fast, very good on the ball, and a fantastic dribbler. And I thought that was going to be it for the window. And wait till we get with 2 hours to go. And smash. 2 huge deals go through with 2 hours to go on transfer deadline day. Alexander Lacazette from Lyon to Manchester United for £43 million. It's not a deal I've seen before in career mode, but I know a lot of you guys have seen it and have mentioned it to me on Twitter. And then Neymar leaves Barcelona and goes to Bayern Munich. I've seen a lot of people say that he goes to PSG in your career modes. We saw him go to PSG in the career mode Road to Glory on FIFA 15. But for £83 million, massive fee, £83 million, Neymar goes to Bayern Munich. So we will be coming up against Neymar in this series domestically as he plays for one of our major title rivals. We actually get a 2-week international break here between the previous game against Schalke and the next one against Ingolstadt, I believe it was. So we have 2 training sessions, and as you can see, Manolo Gabbiadini continuing to get trained. We have Rodriguez growing nicely continually there. He's not going up another rating overall just yet, but his vision still continues to go up, and the 2 stats that we're training him for predominantly at the minute are booming right now. So I'm going to rotate not only the players that I'm training, but also the drills that they're doing over the next couple of training sessions, just to make sure that we don't A, focus on the same player, and B, with that same player, focus on the same drill. We want to make sure that we get all-round stats improved rather than just the one side of someone's game. I want to improve people overall as players rather than being like, you're just going to concentrate on your first touch, because there's no point having an amazing first touch and good ball control if you can't pass it 5 yards. So we're playing against Ingolstadt away though in this second game of the episode. They're playing a 4-3-3 formation with our 1 holding mid and a centre mid, but we're playing Nabil Fekir up top. He gets off to a brilliant start. How's that for your first full debut, scoring after 13 minutes to give us a 1-0 lead away from home in front of the travelling away fans? Brilliant stuff from Nabil Fekir. Julian Drax has played down the outside here. He's going to turn inside really nicely with that spin. Going to try and lay it off to a teammate on the inside here. It's Luis Gustavo, who's left-footed, so didn't really feel like having a shot on his right. Get it to Manolo Gabbiadini, who's starting on the right-hand side of midfield, but unfortunately for him, he was offside there, and even if he had been onside, the shot was off target anyway, so it wasn't of any real consequence. Lecky, though, getting down the left-hand side here is obviously the Australian with a little bit of pace about him, playing for Ingolstadt now. They're going to play the ball inside here. He does really well to find the space, actually, and then Cohen, they work it out really nicely, Ingolstadt. Play some good football, then unfortunately the shot just isn't quite of a high enough standard to draw a difficult save out of Benaglio. It was just a comfortable bend over and pick the ball up. But as we head into the second half, still trying to extend the lead if we can, Ricardo Rodriguez drills it inside to Fekir. First touch isn't the best, but he's got the space to be able to work it out to Gustavo, and he comes very close to giving us a 2-0 lead. Julian Draxler, though, spins his neck before his body there. Really weird. If you go back and have a look at that replay, I actually Gyatso'd a picture of that on Twitter the other night. He spins his neck like an owl before the rest of his body follows, and we made a couple of substitutions to try and freshen things up. We see Varinia coming onto the pitch now. Plays through Nabil Fekir, turns his son wonderfully, and dispatches the finish. Fekir, I have been really impressed with since we brought him into the club. That's 2 goals now on his full debut, and Varinia, an instant impact off the subs bench, getting the assist as well, so delighted with that. They're going to have a chance though in stoppage time here. Again, I really love the fact that the stoppage time clock ticks down, and not only are they having a chance here, Ingolstadt, they're actually scoring a goal as well. Really well taken. It was almost behind him. You'll see from the second replay, better than this first angle, he really has to, almost lean over the ball and keep his legs from moving forward and just dig that out. But what a finish. Looping it into the top corner off the bar. Really impressive finish. Unfortunately for them, though, Elias Kachunga, who he is a good striker, actually, very fast. But they weren't able to get anything out of that game because we already had ourselves a 2-0 lead. So pleased with that, but we're into the Champions League in the next episode, and we'll be playing that, obviously, tomorrow evening, but there'll be a My Player episode tomorrow afternoon. If you don't know what and when I upload, there is the schedule in the description of every video, so definitely check that out. There was a Chelsea episode that went up earlier on today, but we're currently 4th in the Bundesliga table. Unsurprisingly, Bayern sit top, having won 4 from 4, but we're only 5 points behind them to this point, so hopefully we can close that gap. Maybe Neymar scored a goal for them already, who knows. But that's going to bring today's episode to a close, guys. Thank you very much for watching. All of my social media links are on screen right now, and the links to those are in the description as well. So make sure you go and follow me on Twitter, Instagram and Facebook, and of course follow me on Twitch as well. There's a link to that in the description, where I'll be playing football. Obviously I'll be playing football. I'll be playing FIFA career mode tonight with Atletico Madrid, so make sure you follow me on Twitch. I'll be streaming in about an hour or so when you see this video. But for now, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.